Prior to release 3.3 of Checklist Pro, you could only make a checklist item required when you instantiate your checklist. That is, in the template where you define your checklist items. But what if certain checklist items should become required based on selections from your checklist or other dynamic factors? What would be an example of this? If you want to build a checklist to govern policy or procedures for software deployments, there may be some items you'd want required for production deployments versus a different set of checklist items required for non-production deployments. Let's take a look at this in action in Checklist Pro. Here we have our software deployment checklist with specific items for a production environment, a different set for non-production, and finally a general set for either. If we select non-production, you'll see the non-production checklist items become required and editable, and the production environment checklist items be non-required and non-editable. Then we change our selection to production environment, the non-production items become read-only and not required, while the production items become required and editable. Okay, so how do we do this? We'll go into checklist configuration and look at the hide or read-only tab, which now also supports configurable options for required checklist items. We set up a series of configurations for production and non-production checklist item evaluations and identify all the checklist items in each of those situations based on the value of our software deployment choice picker item. And there you have it, a no-code solution for editing conditionally required checklists.